All right, so I deafened both players, and I'm gonna try to comment what's going on. This is a mirror matchup, and as we can see, both players have met up already. At.One.Ment haven't found the city yet. He went for a diagonal to see else. We're gonna look at Bakalol's screen to see what's going on his point of view. So he found ruin, and he went for the warrior instead of the defender for his first unit. I don't know if anyone here in the channel would like to comment on this decision, but it gives him an advantage of 1 star over the decision that At.One.Ment took. So he's got a level 3 city, went for the ruins. So this is going pretty well for Bakalol. I wonder what At.One.Ment moves will be. Did he found a second city yet? Finally, yeah. Oh, both of them made a warrior for the second unit. My bad. So At.One.Ment found his second and third city. He went both sides, and he's in good position for that fourth city that could be in the fog at the top right of our screens. Going back to Bakalol's screen, if I'm saying stuff that I shouldn't say or that is inaccurate, please feel free to correct me, guys. I know there's at least 7 or 8 very good players in the channel right now. If you want to talk, if you want to comment on my comments, feel free to do so. I think I messed up again. I thought Bakalol's unit was Atonements, so I feel like Bakalol is actually a bit ahead in terms of no, my bad. I was right. So there's so At.One.Ment is actually looking at his third city. He discovered that extra ruin and that extra village at the far left that Bakalol haven't seen. Oh, Bakalol just saw that ruin. That extra vision from At.One.Ment will be important for the capture of that other village. So what is he gonna do with that city? Oh, he captured it right away with 6 stars. He's gonna build the level 3 city with his second one. Let's see. Just thinking about it. The timers look good for both players. I assume a Sergeant Sub is a professional at refereeing these kind of games. Gonna go back at the screen. Oh, so he didn't go for the level 3 city. Oh, is he gonna do it? Yeah. So he did it on his capital, right there. Level 3 on the capital. And what's the next move for Bakalol? Do you guys think he's able to go and reach that fourth city at the extreme left? Would it be the right to do since he sees it? Oh, he's gonna go for a level 2 city in his third one. Or not. No, he goes for level 3 city on his second one. Right there, so that's a big up. And then he will go exactly for the level 2 city in his third town. Oh, goes for the explorer, so now the whole map. He doesn't see the capital of his enemy, but he sees pretty much everything except for that. Knowing that there's a city, a safe city behind him, is a really good information right now for him. So let's see what Bakalol's gonna end his turn with. The movement of his top unit and the decision on where to put is to summon a warrior going to be important there. Is he going to save those 2 stars for later, or is he going to get an extra unit? If anyone here, I know there's a lot of people in the channel, wants to comment on what's happening, feel free to do so. I'm more than willing to have your insight on what's going on in the game. As we can see, At.One.Ment has really quick turns. He seems pretty determined on what he wants with this game. He's pretty much secured a third city at the far left and got 2 ruins so far. Anything in my commentating is not accurate, we'll just voice over for the YouTube video. So don't worry if I'm saying stuff that I shouldn't be saying or it's really inaccurate in terms of the gameplay. We're just gonna edit the audio parts, so it's really no big deal. The whole thing is on Twitch right now. My name is FedQC, and your referee is Sergeant Sub. So in terms of unit, we see that Bakalol went in a more aggressive type of play, while At.One.Ment has more has a lot less units and went for the economy way. So At.One.Ment has 11 stars a turn right now, and he's looking good for that 4th city. Pretty much going to be undefended 4th city since it's behind the lines. Sorry, I'm also answering the chat. If there's any questions in French, I will answer them in French, but I won't be doing so on Discord. If you guys don't mind me speaking in French on the Discord, I can also answer the questions in French on the Discord. I'm not going to comment hockey or any other game that I'm not confident with. I've played quite some games of Polytopia, so I know what's going on the screen right now, but I don't have the power level of these 2 guys. They could literally eat me for breakfast, and they could chew me and just spit me out in a matter of a few minutes. All right. So Bakalol went for that 3rd city. He's got the roads. He can actually make a move and try to capture, at least siege, not capture, but siege a city next turn. But it really depends on what At.One.Ment will do as with his next turn. Umi's going to send a unit back to get that 4th city at the top right corner. But he's got 7 stars in reserve plus 11 stars that he's going to win. So with these 18 stars, he'll probably go roads, or maybe try to get a quick giant. I don't know if anyone in here can validate that it's possible for him to get that giant on turn 8, but I feel like the second city that At.One.Ment has is a city that could produce a giant. Yeah, it could, but he needs to have mathematics, which I don't know if he will be able to mathematics plus get all the stars he needs. All right, so I feel like I'm screen issues with At.One.Ment screen because his turn, or he played really fast. I'm going back to Bakalol's screen to see this side because I haven't checked in a while. All right, so Bakalol does have a lot of vision on the map. He's got a giant in his capital, so that's a good thing working for him. And he's in pretty good position to siege a city next turn. Let's go back to At.One.Ment. I don't know if I should say Atonement or At.One.Ment. I feel like it's written At.One.Ment, so I'll keep on calling him that way. All right, so he went for mathematics. Will probably try to get that giant. Which city should he build the giant in? It looks like he aims for the capital. Builds the sawmill. Oh, that's an interesting choice for the sawmill because he only gets two pups out of it, but improves the size of his city to get those 3 extra forests in the back. Let's see how he does it. I don't think he can. Oh yeah, he can get it by chopping a lot of forests. So it's actually possible for him to get that giant. I don't think he's going to go for it yet. He's probably going to save the giant, save his stars for... All right, so he defends his third city, defends his second city. So it's going to be way harder for a Bakalol to try to siege a city on his next turn. Let's see what Bakalol does with his turn. Although for everyone here that is new, I'm not a commentator. I'm not usually a commentator. I'm mostly doing this for my Twitch community. We are looking at these games from a new perspective, and the objective will be to host that video on YouTube and obviously have some muting done for everything dumb that I said, and just having a nice voiceover from someone who has a really nice voice and more insight about what's happening in detail in this game. If anyone here wants to comment on my commentating, feel free to open your mic and help me out with what's going on right now. So Bakalol is working his way to slowly grind At.One.Ment's units. What will be At.One.Ment's response to that giant really close to his third city? All right, he's going for a level 4 city in his third town, and he's gonna go for the giant right away. He's got the park, so he probably can build, not probably, he can build another giant really easily on this turn. Goes for the level 2 city on his fourth town. gets that extra stars. So he's now at 17 stars per turn, which is pretty good for turn 10. And the fact that he has 4 cities gives him a slight advantage over Bakalol's position at the moment. But the fact that Bakalol has a giant right next to his third city is kind of stressful, I feel, for At.One.Ment's position. Builds the Park of Fortune in his 4th town, gets the resources. And is he gonna attack?
Hey there, Fred. How's it going?
Yeah. Hey, Cora. Thanks for joining in. I'm trying to fill the silence here, but yeah, thanks for helping me out. What's going on?
Yeah, well, hi everybody. Yes, I was just I came in when you were asking somebody to unmute himself to help you, but after a minute,
Thanks a lot.
yeah, man.
I'm not a very competitive player, but I understand what's going on in the game. Thanks. What's
Yeah.
your insight about what's going on right now?
So, well, as I can see it on myself, I don't have anything more to add than what you just said. I think you were pretty precise saying that At.One.Ment could get that second giant pretty easy this time. Also, the fact that the third city is under pressure. I really do think from here that At.One.Ment his only chance is to go back a little and reinforce his position because that third city is going to go down for sure. But if that Bakalol's giant goes to siege and At.One.Ment gets roads, he can actually go on the west side of the map with his 2 giants and put some pressure on the only on left Bakalol's giants, right?
Bakalol now has 2 giants. He's moving it up across the map. I must ask it. I mean, you're French, right?
Yeah.
I hear that accent really sounds Quebecish.
I'm from Quebec. Yeah, you're right.
All right, that's nice to know that we have other players in the community.
Yeah, cool.
All right, so Bakalol still has 21 stars, and he passes the round with those 24 stars in backup, which is a pretty bold move. I don't see why he would not build a unit in his capital.
Well,
Maybe
I think
he
he has.
knows something.
It looks like he has enough forces right now to hold at least the front line. As we can see, At.One.Ment has better vision than Bakalol does. But Bakalol is a big mathematical guy, so I'm guessing here is saving for later tech. Also, maybe you know, maybe he has some way to figure out a giant on this third city right here. If he expands, let me count 1, 2, 3, 5. Yeah, he could actually get a giant on the city he's trying to capture now. So maybe he's saving for a big turn and or a big tech.
I feel like At.One.Ment doesn't have that much units right now. How many does he have? 3 on the map?
Who am I
That
looking at?
puts him in a tough position trying to defend those 3 cities that he now has, because there's no way he can capture back his
Right.
third city. There's a giant on top of it. Well, could he try to pop a giant on that city? I don't think it's
Yeah, that's
possible.
what I'm saying. I think he could if you have the monument, and I'm not sure about the kills. Are we close to a gate of power here?
I don't feel like it's possible. Oh, and
So
he
now he's at
passed the turn, so no. Definitely
Bakalol
he
is
wasn't
starting his
able.
turn at 38 stars. So right now he's studying the map. I think we're gonna know shortly what is up with those 38 stars. Because I would like to see how many kills he has. Because a gate of power here would definitely pop a giant on this new capture city we'll just grab now. So he's looking for a tech, eh?
He's probably gonna tech before it captures the city. Oh, 2 techs in a row.
Yeah, he went for
Wow.
sword and he's just gonna turn 4 swordsmen a turn. Look, he's at plus 20. That makes it for 4 swords per turn. So I think Bakalow's plan is just to to out-tech At.One.Ment's unit by having third-tier units such as swordsmen.
That makes a lot of sense. All right, so the giant moves next to the city.
Oh, he's actually looking for some more upgrades. Interesting. And he goes for a giant. Nice.
Another giant.
Yeah. I didn't see that for this round. But hey, listen, I mean, Bakalol knows what he's doing, right? So I guess he's just gonna put as much giant as he can before he's just gonna put riders and swordsmen behind it. But
And
now
as
I
you
do
said,
think, yeah, go ahead.
as you said, the mathematical point of view was a really big thing. I would have built units on my last round if I was Bakalol, but I wouldn't have been able to produce that extra third giant that he just got.
Right. Yeah,
So
back
you were
with a lot of tricks under his sleeve. This guy is pretty solid on his mats. So I think here he just decided to play it solid and safe. Like he's not gonna push or put too much pressure. He's just gonna go easy giants and riders, maybe swords. But as I just see that last giant makes me think he's gonna go for giants
more
and
roads.
riders. Yeah. And At.One.Ment right now, I think he's doing actually good because he has less resources, right?
Less resources, less. When you say less resources, is less stars per turn.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. Well, I mean, his field, his whole field was he had a little less, but still it's Quetzali. So I mean, it always looks like it's strong resources, but
You're getting
like
stressed by this game.
yeah, yeah. So that's my son. That's my son here talking French. So okay, so I think At.One.Ment should just like I said, he has to go back defense, and maybe we're gonna see some catapults. We see one already, and I think that's a good idea because those giants and riders are gonna come up quick, right?
Yep, and he's probably gonna focus the catapults around his capital. You would feel.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I think he has to stay back because those riders are gonna be quick on him.
Ouch, that hurts. Economy was getting only 11 stars per turn for At.One.Ment. On his next turn, he'll have 20 stars, while Bakalol has a lot of them.
Yep.
I feel like if Bakalol doesn't make any mistakes, the game is pretty much done. I don't know what kind of tricks At.One.Ment could have to switch the tides, because it seems like Bakalol is in a snowball and will just ride that snowball all the way to the victory.
Yeah. At.One.Ment right now, we see it. He backed up his giants, so that means he's really gonna play out his best defense he can, and not giving any free kills to Bakalol. I think that's why he's giving the city. Right now, I think he's gonna out of the game. Maybe he's gonna resign. Yeah, he's resigning right now. Good game.
All right. That was a pretty interesting game. I feel like at the beginning, At.One.Ment seemed to have a better position, having these four cities, but the way Bakalol played was really interesting. I'm gonna undefend these two guys if they want to comment on what happened in the game. Bakalol is still defend, but At.One.Ment is back here. Do you think there's going to be a second game going?
I don't know. We'll see with them.
What do you feel, At.One.Ment? Do you think it's possible for us to have the second game right away? I have to know if Surgeon Sub is also willing to do a second game, because he's the referee here. They're both unmuted and undeafened, so they can talk. Sergeant Tubb says he has 12, 13 minutes.
There's a Bakalol. You cannot